Hello learners, a very good morning to you all. Today we are going to just get the wind up of the revision what I have discussed in the previous video about this leaders, about the experts, or we can say this is the freedom fighter, or they have achieved actually how the fight has to be conducted in different region and how they were having a battle against opposition. So these are the different we can say as a warrior, actually not a freedom fighter, but we can say as a warrior. So first we will just recollect their information and just memorize what they have achieved actually. So first we will see about the Maharana Pratap. He was the son of actually who is actually he was the son of what? He was the son, Maharana Pratap was son of Uday Singh. He was a person, he was having a different quality. He was having a valor means he was having a personality that can be respected. That means he was having a self respect towards the people. So he was called as a, he was having different qualities to immortal, so that his after the death also he was a mortal person, means उसकी यादें अभी भी है मर के भी. So he was a person actually, was a valor, and that was a courage, and he has done many sacrifices in the Rajasthan area. So he belongs to the Rajasthan actually. So let us talk about this Maharana Pratap. After the death of Uday Singh, means after the death of Uday Singh, Maharana Pratap ascended the throne of Mewar. So Mewar was actually belongs to the Rajasthan, and he was ruled over. So he had some struggle with the Akbar. Why? Because Akbar was ruling of Delhi Sultanate and he was the king actually. But battle was there with the Akbar. So Maharana Pratap was having a self-respect towards the Akbar. So that is why he called as a valor, because of that immortal. Next we will see Chand Bibi. She was the lady who was having a attack on Ahmednagar. Means she was belongs to the Ahmednagar, but she was having a fight with the Mughals empire, the Mughals who were ruling in the Ahmednagar, and she was the lady who was tackling him. The Mughal army put the fort of Ahmednagar under the siege. Means Ahmednagar was under the Mughal people. The Mughal people were fighting over there, and she was the lady who was tackling with them, and she was the daughter of Hussain Nizam Shahi. Remember this, the daughter of Chandi Bai was the daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah. So that can become in the filling the blanks. Bravely defended the fort, means he has bravely defended the fort, but some of the reason or some of the might be some of the tackle took fight against, and because of her what happened, she got murder. Means किसी ने उसके साथ undue advance किया और उसकी वजह से उसका murder हो गया. Later the Mughals captured the fort of Ahmednagar, but the Mughals could not bring the entire kingdom of Nizam Shahi under their control. निज़ाम शाही ने मुग़ल लोगों ने निज़ाम शाही के डॉटर के ऊपर और अहमदनगर पे कैप्चर कर लिया, बट दे हैव नॉट अचीव्ड ऑल द रीजन ऑफ this Ahmednagar. Means some part they have achieved, not the whole actually. But Chand Bibi, she was the bravely lady who has fought and led their life in a good, or might be in a great valor. Next we will see Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati, she was the lady who belongs to the Gondwana in Vidarbha. That is the part of Madhya Pradesh she belongs to. The north western part of today's Chhattisgarh, northern part of Andhra Pradesh, and the western part of Odisha. Means she was the lady who was she was also called a fighter lady actually. She was also the brave lady who was fighting with some part of the western and the northern part of Orissa. Now Durgavati was born in dynasty. Dynasty means वो बहुत राज घराने के बीच में born हुई थी, and she became the queen of Gondwana, and after when she got married. And she was also called as a good administrator. Why? Because she was looking the matter. She was looking all the work of the Gondwana. Why? Because she became the queen actually. And against the Mughal, he is important in medieval history. So she was counted in the medieval history. Now we are referring which history? We are referring medieval history actually. So when her husband died, she laid down the fighting against Akbar, but she did not surrender. Means she laid down her life, but she didn't surrender. उसने अपने आप को उसके हवाले नहीं किया, बट शी वॉज हैविंग अ फाइट विद अकबर. Next, moving to the a very great important, that is Aurangzeb. He is also the great king of Mughal. Actually, he extended the Mughal Empire from Kashmir to the north up to the Ahmednagar. I mean, he was just actually capturing all the part of India. But these people came from the Mughal. These people came from outside the country of India, and they were entering in the some parts of the India. So he came from the Kabul in the west to Bengal in the east. So he was changing the region actually. To this, Aurangzeb added Assam in the east and the region of Adil Shah of Bijapur in the south, and Qutub Shahi of Golconda after he added this kingdom. So he was having a different fight against different people or different king where they were having rules. But this Aurangzeb was also having some help from other end actually. So what the help he got, but he did not succeed. So there are people who are having bravely fighted for their regions to get the rid of. Moving to the next, that is a conflict with the Ahams. It is like Ahams means the person who will get the support or who will get the artillery, but they are shifting from one place to another place for some part of region. So here also they are having some struggle with the Mughals, but these people are having a leadership of Gada Harsina. So he was the person who was having Ahams. Aham means some person are supporting, means who support कर रहे हैं उसको, but they are not supporting properly, but they are supporting some. So they are having conflicts with the Mughals, and they are just shifting from one place to another place. So they have shifted to the Assam side. So this is the explanation of conflict with the Ahams. So just go through it. Just I am reminding you that information. So you have to go through the textbook and listen, or just read out what the information is there of different leaders. Now we will see conflict with the Sikh, the ninth Guru of Sikhs. So he was, as I've told you, that in Punjab or in Amritsar or in Gurudwara, we call that Punjabi peoples are having different caste and religions. So he was the ninth Guru of the Sikh people. Guru Tegh Bahadur protested against Aurangzeb. Means he was having a he was fighting, or the person of Sikh Guru Gobind was Tegh Bahadur, not Gobind. Tegh Bahadur was fighting against Aurangzeb for his religions. Aurangzeb was imprisoned, beheaded in 1675 CE. After him, long Guru Gobind became the Guru of the Sikhs. So Guru Gobind Singh became the Guru of the Sikh after the death of Guru Tegh Bahadur. So he has taken that leadership to tackle the Punjabs of Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh organized followers and encouraged their martial spirit. So they have shown some of the martial spirit, that how to fight against the Aurangzeb people. So he has given some technique to fight against, and the people were called as a Khalsa Dal actually. So the team or the person who are working or they are fighting, that leadership of that organization we called as a Khalsa Dal. Even that Aurangzeb have also attacked the Anandpur. It is in Punjab actually. So after that, Guru Gobind Singh came to the Deccan in 1708 CE. There was an important on his life when he was at Nanded. Soon after, the Guru succumbed to his wound. So he also died in some of the fight which took place. And you will find in Nanded there is a big Gurdwara is there, big temple is there of the Sikh people in Nanded. In that information you can find on the net also, and you can have a information on that. So this is the important information about different peoples who had their life for the fight of their regions. So this is the information.